A federal judge dismisses criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The judge determined the prosecutor who brought the charges at the urge of President Trump was illegally appointed by the Justice Department. We are bringing back 21 News legal expert Matt Mangino to weigh in. So on what grounds is the judge saying that the prosecutor's appointment was not legal, it was not going to work in this case?
Well, Lindsay, there had already been an interim United States attorney in place in the Virginia district where this prosecution has moved forward. And because that interim U.S. attorney had been dismissed, it was inappropriate at that point to install another interim U.S. attorney. That period only lasts for a specific amount of time, and that actually the courts should have been in a position in that Virginia district to put in place a U.S. attorney until there was an appointment and a confirmation by the United States Senate.
And can you jog our memory? The viewers, we've watched some of these cases unfold, but what were those charges Comey and James were facing? It was two different things.
Yeah, it's two different things. Comey was charged with lying to the United States Senate about a member of the FBI that he asked allegedly to leak information about the Russian investigation. James' charges are completely different. It deals with a really obscure law where she artificially inflated, or allegedly artificially, said that she lived in a home that she got a mortgage when she wasn't in fact going to be living there full time. The Comey case, when I looked at it initially, and I had written about this a couple of times, I thought was doomed from the start. It was really a dog of a case that was being rushed through because the statute of limitations was going to expire. There had been a memo within that U.S. Attorney's Office saying that this case and this prosecution had no merit. No one wanted to prosecute the case. The interim U.S. attorney who was in place refused to prosecute that case, and basically was pushed out. A second improper interim U.S. attorney was put into place who filed this indictment within days of the statute of limitations expiring.
And Matt, the judge dismissing these charges now, that means the DOJ could try to appeal and bring new charges if they so choose, or they could choose not to. Does this give them a little more time then on the statute of limitations, essentially? Maybe they will bring this again?
Well, here's what I think could happen here. James, her case is nowhere near the statute of limitations, so they can file an appeal or they could refile the charges, frankly. Comey's case is different. The only avenue they have is to successfully file an appeal and then, re-engage these charges that have been dismissed. If an appeals court would uphold the dismissal, that's the end. The statute of limitations expired. They can't charge Comey.
Do you have any other, questions about how this could proceed? Are there any other implications because of the decision the judge made here today?
I would think that they will appeal the Comey decision, and they may appeal James, but I think they'll immediately refile charges, or they'll refile charges when they're in a position to do so in compliance with the law, because you still have an interim prosecutor in place who was improperly put into that position. That also puts in jeopardy other prosecutions in that district as well.
Okay, something to watch. Thank you so much, Attorney Matt Mangino, as always, for joining us right here at 5, sharing your legal expertise.